Yes, expect to play on Wednesday against North Carolina State.
Are you guys able to practice as an entire team? Are you limited as far as who's available?
No, we don't have any limitation.
Okay. When did you get back to practicing?
We practice about 3 or 4 days.
Okay. Thank you.
Norm Wood, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Leonard. Last couple of years, you guys have had really effective guys off the bench with Mufonu and Patrick, who earned that Sixth Man of the Year award in the conference. Is that sixth man that guy that kind of can create a lot of offense and inject something right off the bench, something you try to actively go into a season knowing you can rely on a person or two, or is that something that kind of has to develop as the season goes along? You just identify him as you work through the season.
Well, over the last probably 7, 8 years, we've always had that same type of philosophy where we have quality. The quality of our depth has always been what has fueled our team. That has been a little bit of a challenge for us this year for the simple reason that we have guys who have been in those positions in the past now have moved into a different type of roles on our team. And then we're still developing that part of our system. I think we have guys that potentially, I think, could fuel that for us. Nate Jack, Wyatt Wilkes, Sadar Calhoun. We still, or even Malik Osborne. We still trying to work that out. It's been interesting, the development of our team, because those roles changing, and then more guys, key guys that we need to learn and be involved in more of a, to have more input, has been slow to develop. We're still a team trying to find itself. I like this team. I think physically we have some pretty good potential, but that part of our system, I think, I see it, but it's not there yet.
I assume that's a critical piece for you. I mean, obviously that's something you feel like you're not kind of a fully developed team if you don't have sort of that sixth man.
Well, there's no doubt about that. I mean, like right now I'm playing MJ Walker like 32 minutes, and I don't, that's a little much for me this time of year. I kind of like to cut that down to about 27, 28 minutes so that he can play the tempo and the pace that we want to play at. That's we're still growing and developing. It's early for us right now. I just we need a few more games under our belt before we can start realizing, who we are. We missed those preseason games. We missed those practices. Some of those exhibition games that we missed. So we kind of still a team, and like most teams right now, we're still growing and developing. Hopefully, we'll hit our stride before too long.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Benjamin Meyerson, you are up.
Hi, Coach. I hope you're doing well. I was wondering, with all the time that you've had since the last game you've played, has there been anything that you or your coaching staff has seen in the film that you really want your team to change and get better at this season?
Well, you don't have enough time for me to go over all that. I mean, there's a lot of that we still need to develop. I mean, we're a long ways away from being where I think we should be, and understandably, I mean, we missed a lot. And for us, the way we play and the number of people that we have part of our system, we needed those days. It affects a team like us more than teams that is playing this 7 guys. In practice, we very seldom ever have a starting lineup together. We never practice who starts together. We practice different lineups and different groups of guys every day. Well, because we have different mixtures, everybody got to be able to, to blend in. And then we have a point guard as a power forward who is transitioning to being a point guard, and I'm very pleased with the progress he's making. I mean, he's doing a tremendous job, but that's a whole nother mindset, a whole nother set of skills, awareness. And so we still growing. Now, if we can just find a way to win games while we're still growing, we get a little more experience. I think we can be a pretty good basketball team. But right now, we're still a little bit in flux.
Thanks, Coach.
Kurt Weiler, go ahead.
Hey, Leonard, obviously, I know you said you got back 3 or 4 days ago, but there's probably about a week or so between Friday night before the Duke game, finding out about the positive, to when you're able to kind of get back together. I guess, how do you kind of use that week apart where you're not able to get together, not able to practice?
Well, we did a lot of mental stuff. We had some Zooms. We had a lot to talk about now. Believe me, we got plenty. We still a team that's trying to develop that identity, offensively and defensively. So, we used it wisely. We had a couple of Zooms that we thought was important with our guys, and we got through it. And I thought we got some work done, even though we were not able to practice for a few days.
Ryan Kelly, you are up.
Hey, Coach, just wanted to ask, now that all the attention's on NC State, what is it that Kevin's squad does that when you turn on the film that really jumps out at you?
Well, basically, he has one guy that's one of the top shot blockers in the country. I think he might be 5th. They start 4 skilled guys, 4 skilled, almost like starting 4 guards in a center, similar to the way we play at times. And so you don't have the luxury of having one guy not doing his job defensively, because the guys that they're defending are all skilled guys that can score, shoot, dribble, pass, and create for each other. And that's a dangerous squad. They turn you over. They have one of the highest turnover rates in the country. I thought that's one of the reasons why the University of Miami was able to be successful with them this weekend. They didn't turn the ball over that much against them, or at least they didn't give them an opportunity to score off of their turnovers. So this is a high energy team. They're playing a little more aggressive offensively than they have in the past. They changed the system a little more free flowing movement. They get shooters and they take you off the dribble, and they're hard out. But they're a typical ACC team. If you're not ready to play, something bad can happen.
Leonard, thank you for the time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.